Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, I realized I never did her. I never drew this character. I've been thinking about, there's those dogs again. The window's open, enjoying the great outdoors, but you know, don't know how much longer it's going to work with those dogs always barking. Anyway, I realized I never drew this character. I did all the Deadpool, and I know she's not just from Deadpool, you know, but yeah. I realized this is a fun character, and I don't know why I never drew her. So I'm making up for that now. And yeah. So that's the story. Is I realized I didn't do it. So I'm trying to capture her teenageness, right? Her young body aspects, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because you know it's a difference between drawing an adult person and a teenager, someone in their youth, you know. So that's going to be the trick, to see if we can do that. And maybe I can't, you know, maybe I won't be able to pull it off. But I'm going to try. But I'm also trying to go for like an action pose, you know, a jumping fighting pose, you know. Yeah, not so much jumping, but you know, jumping stance, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And I'm trying to also make her full figured, you know. I'm not going to try to go with the thin model pose. I'm trying to make him like a real person, you know. That's the trick. Of course, I am going for like movie version, you know. That's why I'm going for like a realish looking person, as opposed to just a comic book character, you know. The real problem is there is no good one single shot of the character, so I'm stuck with, well, it's what I usually do. I have to recreate a pose with the details. But like I said, I'm fine with that. That's what we do, you know. I think that's gonna work. The other trick is there's not a lot of color. So I've got to determine what is seen in the bends and the folds kind of thing. All right, I think that'll work. Let's angle this foot a little bit more, like she's pivoting on it. And I guess weight distribution is going to be another thing we got to think about, because I've got her really leaning on this leg. And like I said, it's going to help if we figure out the correct weight distribution to make it look believable, right? The sketch is working out, so I think I've got a little bit more time to kind of plan it, kind of make it look right. And let's see, so I'm going to have her just like making a fist over on this side, but you're just going to see mostly the material, and then her fingers kind of wrapped over. Because she's got that what do you call it, like a gloved shirt look. Ooh, you know what? Let's see if we can do some power details, you know, some kind of flame or something, you know. negasonicness. Is that the right word? I mean, it's not a word anyway, right? I mean, it's just a made-up character name, which is, if I'm remembering correctly, though, it's based on oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the band. A song name from a band, and I love this band so much. I'm drawing a complete blank. I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible fan, is what I should say, not a horrible person. For not remembering. Wow. Just wow. Okay, let's see. And here's the trick too, is I'm trying to go by different character, or not character, but different designs. Like, because there's just a couple different ones, you know. I kind of like this one. Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna stick with. The shoulder pad one. Because that's the one I was talking about, that it's got like the little over the hand kind of glove shirt. Over the hand glove shirt. That's a technical term for it. Something like that. And we'll do just a little bit coming off of her like that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I guess I should get some details of the face, and then we can get into the nitty-gritty, right? Or the Sharpie Larpie? I don't know. I should probably stop trying to make jokes and trying to make drawings, right? Drawy-wally. Okay, alright, that's enough. Okay, we're going for a different angle this time. And it helps, you know, to mix it up and try something different. Because that's not right, so I'm gonna redraw it, and that happens, you know, sometimes you just gotta keep going till you get it right, because you see what you did wrong, and figure out what you can do better. Because also it helps to figure out, it's like, what didn't I do right there, and then you can redo it, recalibrate. This is the best word for it. That's not bad. I kind of feel like I'm going in the same direction, but let's see what happens here. I see what I did. See, sometimes it helps if you kind of lean back and see where you are. Because I always say, if you can look in the mirror, you can see a better angle of, or you can see what you're doing wrong. Because a lot of times when you're looking at this, your eye is starting to work with your drawing. And you're getting used to how it looks, and it could be wrong. So it helps to look in the mirror, and you can determine what's working and what's not. A lot of times it helps, but I can't do that because, wow, I'm just off. I'm just having an off day with the face. Today's going to be about faces. So sorry, this drawing's going to go a little long because we're not leaving till we get it right. But yeah, it's hard to tell perspective when you're convincing yourself it's supposed to be like this. And so, you know, you can look in the mirror and you can see what's off. So my problem is I don't have a mirror. So I kind of have to just go by what's looking right to me here. And so sometimes I lean back and I kind of get a bigger picture, so to speak. There we go. That's looking better to me. Okay. All right, I like that. I like that. So I say we get going. Let's get ready because it took me a while to get here. So let's let me see. Let me give her back in like that a little bit. I know what I didn't do. I didn't hunch her over. That was the problem. All right, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna erase some of these sketch lines and leave the confidence lines. Now, when I'm sketching, when I'm trying to figure it out, that's what it is. It's just a sketch. You're just throwing lines down, trying to get close to what you want. As you get more confident, you press harder, and that's what sticks longer when you're erasing. So, luckily, that's what I'm going to use to guide me and get going. So, let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly a fine point, but a pen's a little finer than a fine point. You can find things that a fine point you can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to guide us. So I'm going to start using a Sharpie pen to work on these face details. So I've got her turned. So let's just start with the eyes. Let's see if I can get them in there. Kind of like this. Now, again, I got her head tilted a little bit, so I'm going to have to adjust for that. And this is all I can really do is add a little bit of an iris retina, like that, sorry, because of the tiny placement of her eyes. So I'm going to kind of come in and do one of these. Give her a little bit of a cat eye. Like that. And that's all I can really do because it's already starting to bleed. And this is what I talk about, that sometimes these drawings are so tiny I can't get any more detail in, but that's okay because you know where I'm going with this. Alright, so here's her eyebrows. And so I'm going to go ahead and draw her forehead into her eye. And then I'm going to bring her nose down, and we are able to draw the nose. Usually I tell you don't draw it because it's a soft round edge, but not when you're drawing the profile. You can actually see it. So we're just going to draw like that for her nose. I'm going to draw in her lips like this. And the bottom lip coming like that. That's pretty much the guide of it. So now I'm going to draw the roundness of her face, but it's on the other side, so you can't really see as much. But I'm also going to start to thicken up the edges too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So let me grab this real fast because my hand's sweating. And I just want to make sure it kind of matches that. But not go too crazy, right? Because it's a delicate look of her face. Alright, so this is going to be her neck. And then her hair is going to come back like this into her hairline. I'm going to draw her ear. Let's give her a little bit of earring. Like that. Something dangling down. And her hairline. Now her hair is going to be black, so I'm just going to draw a few little lines just to kind of complement that, but again, it's going to be colored in black, so I'm not too worried about what you can actually see. Okay. right, so like I said, I'm going to try to thicken up this outer edge. Because it's a hairline, there's only so much I'm going to be able to do anyway. Not bad. The sketch took me long enough, so I'm glad this is working out. I'll say that. Okay, so I'm switching over to the Sharpie now. Well, the Sharpie pen. And I'm going to draw her collar. And her shirt, I guess, uniform. Got a little vest like that. We're gonna have a shoulder over here. And I got her kind of leaning over. Well, you saw the pose. You know what we're doing. You can see the kind of the tilted action pose that we're going for. And I'm gonna draw her chest, like the design, over like this. Doing this first, and then it'll kind of guide us with the rest of the shape. And also, before I forget, let me draw that little X. I'm gonna make a circle, and it's not gonna be a perfect circle, so I'm okay with that. And I'm gonna draw the X. That. I know it's not a perfect X. It doesn't really even look like an X, does it? But that's okay. I'm fine with that. And I'm going to draw her. Okay, so this arm is coming up in kind of a fist. Oh, you know what I want to do too? Let me. Okay, so her waist is going to be like this. And then her arm. You know what I want to do is I want to draw a little detail in that shoulder piece. It's coming up here like this. And I'm going to continue up to one piece because she kind of has a gloved hand sleeve, you know what I mean? You can only see her fingers coming through, so it's kind of like this. You know what I mean? Thumbs out on top. Okay. So let me add some detail. And ooh, let's do this too. I was talking about this in the sketch that I want to add like some flames, some power, you know, some power detail. Now her costume's pretty much going to be black, but I wanted to add a little bit of a crease and a fold just to kind of show some dimension. And we'll kind of do something like this. You know, just to show some kind of power feature, you know? Okay, let me clean some of this up too. My hand's kind of shaking today. All right. Next, we're gonna do this arm over here. I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna leave room for the same thing. We're gonna do a little bit of power. So I'm just gonna draw some creases and folds down to the elbow. So pretty much the same thing. One continuous piece of cloth, something like this. Okay. And again, gonna kind of just define just a little bit of the back of the glove like that. I guess we could have done it back there, but you can't really see it as much, right? The back of the glove there. Her hands are pretty much covered up, but we'll do something like that just to kind of show. Again, it's cloth. It's material wrapped over and wrinkled. But again, it's pretty much going to be black, so I'm not too worried about it, you know? But since we're drawing something, you're probably not, I don't know whether you're going to color or not. You should color yours, but for now, I'm giving you something to draw by doing that. Kind of breaking up the negative space, okay? Okay, so my costume, the one I'm doing from the movie is the one, well, you can see which one it is, obviously. So I'm gonna bring her back down like this, draw the belt thing. I'm not too sure what it is. It's kind of hard to see a good picture. Up like this. I have it bent because the way she's in a dramatic fighting pose. And then I'm gonna draw just basically her legs now. So let me, oops, look at what I just did. I made a mess. Let me add a few little details in here. It's hard to see because I don't have a good picture. And I'm not gonna pause the movie for this. I mean, I would if I were watching it, but I'm not, I'm drawing. Okay, awesome. So let's also add some bends in our cloth right there, just to kind of show that, again, it's material. Before I forget, let's do the same thing here. Kind of like a, you know, flame power type kind of stuff. Nothing specific, but just something like that, okay? All right, so now we're just gonna draw legs, and pretty much, I'm gonna put this one down like this. There's the knee. This one's gonna be over here like this. Down to that knee. And I'll go ahead and draw to the boots so you see where we are, and that'll give you a idea of where the leg is going to be. Up here like this. This one's coming down here like this. Okay, something like that. And again, and let me do this too. She's got some pattern in her cloth. In her clothes, I guess. Cloth. It's like that on that side. And on this one, all we're going to see is that, because it's the same thing but different side, right? Okay. I'm not going to add too much cross lines here. Usually I do. I add a lot of creases and folds, but again, it's just black cloth. You know, it's gonna be a lot of, add some here, a fun little crease right there. It's gonna be a lot of just flat material, because honestly, again, these aren't even in the design. I'm kind of doing it just to, like I said, break up the negative space. Okay. All right. So let's do like this again. Like there's some more power. You know, it's coming. You never know where it's coming off of her. She's just full of it. You know, full of power. Full of power. And now what's left is just pretty much the boots. Let me find a good picture of those boots, because again, it's hard to see. There we go. Okay, so maybe some buckles on the side. Okay, I see. I get it. I'm just gonna do something like this. Down to the front. Something like that. There we go. And let's go ahead and add a little bit of detail, because there are straps that go across. And one will say goes across like that, but it's going from the inside to the out, so it's all you can see is where it starts on this side and continues on the other. So we'll do something like this, because it's like I said, it's starting here and crossing over. And I'll show you more detail on this side. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do kind of like I did there, but get ready for it. So I'm going to draw down. There's the step, buckle, 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 shoe. Okay, so here again it's the inside where it's not there, so we're going to draw the line like we did right there. And I guess here, let me do this too, so I can add a little bit of something. It's almost like that's where it's designed to go across. So I'm going to draw a line down here. That's where this one's going across, kind of like we did there. You can't quite see the heel from this angle. I'm going to draw where it goes over, like this. And it's not exactly the design, like if you were to hold them up side by side, it's not going to be exact, but I'm not going for exact. I'm going for based on the design. Does that make sense? So because it's based on the design, I'm kind of saying that it's influenced. You know, it's that style, and it's letting us get a little creative. More than anything, like I said, we're breaking up the negative space. Just playing around with the design like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Negasonic Teenage Warhead. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.